Might be. I'm just looking at it right now while I'm setting up the stream. It's kept most of its gains from yesterday, so potentially could have another have another run. Let's see. Is that okay? Change that slightly. I should be on a roll. It's close enough. Good enough. I don't want to get too bogged down on the bits and pieces of that. It is quiet, Phil. It's very quiet at the moment. That's the problem. It's a little bit too quiet. There's your 8 o'clock scrum. There's to be fair, there's not a lot moving at all. So really, I'm looking for a continuation on Aeroclean from yesterday because it's held most of its gains. If you look at it on the kind of on the 15-minute, you can see. Oh, on the 60, it's even easier. So it moved up. I mean, into the close yesterday, it was phenomenal. It just moved up. It just kept paying out. It was like being on the slot machines in Vegas that you know, it just kept paying out. It was really good action yesterday. Went up to a high this morning of 560, 559. It's pulling back some now, but I don't mind that because it's held most of its gains from yesterday. It actually finished yesterday at 460, 470. So we're pretty much on point with where we finished yesterday. So I'm looking for that to, you know, maybe have a continuation. We've not got the level of volume it had yesterday. I mean, 70 million shares traded on a 5 million float stock is just phenomenal, you know. It was really, obviously, the catalyst. The market reacted really well to the catalyst. So I'm just looking for a potential continuation there. DIDI is up again today. It retraced about half of its gains from yesterday pre-market, but yesterday at the bell it just vomited at the bell and sold off. So it had a good pre-market and then sold off. So that was DIDI. YMN was the same. So then Redbox is still a squeeze catalyst. It was still getting it's still in an upwards trend with Redbox. So I'm looking at that. GME and AMC, of course, still of interest. There's a lot of people speaking about it on Wall Street Bets. We had a good Memorial Day weekend with AMC, and that followed on into the following week with momentum. We've got Jurassic World being released this coming weekend, so potentially that might have a knock-on effect with the stock price as well. So let's see. The S&P 500 is actually down on the day slightly. So will it turn green? Will we have a red to green day on the S&P 500? We had a good pre-market yesterday and it sold off, but we finished green, slightly green on the day. It was an interesting day across the markets. Very mixed results. Some were up, some were down. So it's kind of sideways if nothing else yesterday. But yeah, I mean, we're just hopeful we'll start seeing something move on decent volume. I mean, not seeing anything with reasonable volume yet. That's the problem. It's a very quiet morning so far. Yeah, very quiet time, and you know, don't force it. Don't force it. Wait for the trades to come to you. Like yesterday, you could have just sat around and then got into Aeroclean later on. You know, yesterday was fairly quiet. We had the gappers, which were good pre-market, and then they just failed, gap and crap. And then it took about an hour before the market really got going. You know, 60 minutes to 60 to 90 minutes before the market really got going, and there was quite a few movers after that. Of course, I was primarily trading Aeroclean, but there were a few other movers as well. Even Twitter had a good day yesterday. Let's look at Twitter. I mean, just take it. It kind of had this mass sell-off pre-market, and then just, you know, bounced and recovered pretty much all of that almost to finish, you know, back up around $40. So will Twitter continue to recover? That's a good question. Will Twitter actually go through with the sale to Elon? That's another good question. Who knows? Like, only Elon and the Twitter board, really. Of course you can. Fitness. Why not? Why can you not do that? It's multiple streams of income. I would recommend anybody have multiple streams of income. It's the only way to financial freedom. If you've not got multiple streams of income, what are you doing? So if you're reliant solely on your one stream of income, let's say you've got a 9 to 5, you've got a job. What happens? Like I had my 9 to 5. I had some bits and pieces on the side and some investments and some savings, but when the pandemic came along and I lost that 9 to 5, it kind of was a big eye-opener to me that actually I need a bit more financial stability. Even though my 9 to 5 was a healthy 6-figure paying job, it was exactly that, a job. And a job means the acronym for job is just over broke. You're a slave to a salary, and you're only ever 3 paychecks away from poverty, because you live to your means. So as long as you've got a steady income coming in from a salary, you'll live to whatever that salary is. If you're earning 30k, you'll live within 30k. But if you get a pay rise or you change jobs, you're earning 50k, you will not be able to, 6 months down the line, you'll not be able to go back to living on 30k, even though you did it just 6 months ago, because your lifestyle will change and you become very quickly accustomed to living within the new means that you have, which is 50k. And likewise, you move up to 60, 80k, 100k, and you become, you know, reliant on living within those means. So much so that if you lose that, you're on 3 paychecks away from poverty. So always have multiple streams of income. That's what I would say, fitness. Always have multiple streams of income. Affiliate marketing is great because it's passive. Once you've set up the channels, once you've set up your your website or your forums or whatever it is that you're using to promote the products, once you've set that up, you just sit back and watch the commissions roll in. It's very passive. It's good. Amazon's a bit more. You have to be a bit more proactive, but you know, still, if you've got a good social media following, not usually a problem. You can do what you can do more than just all 3. You can do a lot more. You know, I have multiple streams of income. Like I say, if you're doing affiliate marketing, if you're affiliate marketing, you might have multiple niches. So you might have a finance niche, you might have a health and fitness niche, you might have, and you don't want to confuse them. So you'll have different channels for different niches. So absolutely, with a name like fitness and health, I'm sure that's fitness and health is an area for you. So you get involved in affiliate programs that promote fitness and health products. Was it me, or is the stream very poor? Morning, Alphabet. Oh, Les. I'm going to have to cancel the stream. If you can't watch, I mean, there's no point doing the stream then. I'm going to have to cancel it. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'm sure some other people will probably be disappointed if I just cancel it. But I'll think about you if as I'm making money, Les. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that from my side as well. I'm not sure if it's the connection or what. Let me just have a look at the connection. Which connection? No, it should be fine. We'll power through. We'll power through. Let's see what happens. How's this? Is it just a TikTok thing, or how's the stream on Twitch, Phil? How's the stream on YouTube, guys? Let me know. Is it glitchy? Is it because the TikTok seems a bit jumpy? So I just want to know: is it a TikTok thing, or is it at my end? So low, aero clean. Okay, so it's a TikTok thing. Okay. It's probably because I've not got enough likes. That's probably what it is. So TikTok are probably giving me jip because I've not got enough likes. So I guess what you should be doing is hitting the screen 10 times, guys. And there we go. That should work. I'm just gonna. Right, I've switched. Switched data signals. So let's see if that works better. No, that's not working better. Okay. Okay. Let's refresh the stream. Got the stream going now, so it seems to be working fine. So I'm using mobile data on the on the phone, on the TikTok stream. I'm now using the Wi-Fi on 2 different streams. So just refresh the stream and see what happens. Okay, so going back to what do I think of AeroClean? So I've just been talking about this because it's held most of its gains. I think there's a potential for this to have another run today. Just the strength, just on the hourly chart, the 60-minute chart, the strength from when they announced the FDA news all the way into the close and beyond. We had one red candle on the hourly time frame, which is a massive show of strength. So the fact that it's pulled back some now, it doesn't faze me too much. I just think that potentially we could have a continuation today on that. So let's see what happens. It needs more volume. It's 1.2 million shares at the moment, but needs more volume. So let's see what happens. I need to move. I'm giving up. It was stressful enough last time. I think that should be fine. Yeah. All the streams seem to be okay now. Maybe it was just a TikTok thing. Well, it hasn't glitched now, so yeah, maybe it's just me that's glitchy. Maybe it's not the stream at all. Maybe I'm the glitch. You know, What's up, Wreck-It Ralph? I was going to say Penelope, but you know, I can hardly pass that little girl. I look more like Wreck-It Ralph, so shut up with your Grinch. I'll take Wreck-It Ralph. I'd you know, I'd even take Shrek. I'm not taking the Grinch. Come on. Although saying that, I've got too much hair for Shrek. What about the right size? Yeah, so I'll go for Wreck-It Ralph. I'll be Wreck-It Ralph. That's why it's glitching. I certainly couldn't be Vanellope Von Sweets. Right. Has anybody seen anything of interest today? I mean, is there anything that you want me to take a look at? Just let me know. Bitcoin was holding its gains up until last night. It's back down below 30k. Red hair, right? Okay, I think that's just the lighting. Let's see if we can put the fix to that. Ah, you bastard! Got fucking electrocuted. Just electrocuted myself on my light. That's not very clever. There you go. No more red hair. Yeah, so Bitcoin. Here you go. Hang on a minute. This is Bitcoin. You can see that it was up, you know, this is the hourly chart, by the way. So it was, it made this breakout, didn't hold it for very long. So last night, around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it just dropped down. So we're back below 30. So we're holding support here. It's just ranging. I mean, occasionally we're getting a little bit of a blip on the range, but it's still just ranging sideways. So we need a major breakout on the crypto space, because if you look at the rest of the crypto, it's all following suit. It's just ranging sideways. You're getting a move up in some of the altcoins by as much as kind of 10-12%, and a couple of days later it's down 15%. So you know, it's just ranging sideways, the crypto world at the moment, and not really doing much else. Yeah, I can look at McRib. I saw that and I thought, you know, McRib, but it's actually Series Therapeutics, and there's no volume on it. Whilst it's gapped up, it's got 12% up at the moment. It's done it without volume. So before I can trade this, before anyone should trade this, they should wait for a bit of volume to come in, and you never know, on low volume like this, it's gapped up. So it went from 320s up to $4 without any real price action. It could just go quite as easily as you've seen here. It could go from $4 down to 320 in the same action, but as you can see here, it's gone down from $4 to 360s without any real price action. So just be careful with these low volume stocks. If you're not getting the volume, don't trade it. It's very risky. And you can have a punt if you want and gamble, but I wouldn't recommend it. So the reason it moved up in the first place, so this would have been an hour ago when that was announced. They announced confirmatory results for investigational microbiome therapeutic. It's an open label study in recurrent C. difficile infection. Read into that what you will, because it was much more difficult to say than it was to understand, that's for sure. So, I mean, that's what we're seeing quite a lot. I mean, the other one is cannabis stock beyond Canasoft. And again, low volume. This moved up. It's currently 32% up on the day. It moved up 34% up on the day at the moment. A little bit of an update. But it did go as high as $13, nearly $14, $13.50. Then back down at $6.60, but that kind of range, that's a, you know, a $7 move on very low volume, which is, and it can come back down. So it went up $8, came back down $7. So just be careful. Keto Pharma, if you're looking at the scanners, you can see a Keto Pharma, it's actually a stock split. It's not up 1400% at all. It's just a 17 to 1 reverse split. So if you had 17 shares, you've now got 1. Let me have a look. The rolling ticker on YouTube, that's the time and sales tape. Jabo. So that's the time and sales tape. So that tells you what orders have gone through. So you've got 2 things I would recommend that you learn how to read. So you've got your time and sales tape, which is that, and it says what the last order was. The color denotes whether it's on the bid, on the ask, or in between. The quantity is how many in hundreds, and the time is, of course, the time it went through. So that's the time and sales tape. The other thing you should learn how to read, top left, yeah. Top right. There is no quantities in the top right on YouTube, so I'm assuming he meant top left. But the other thing is level 2. So the time and sales is, well, it's as close to real time. It's actually telling you orders as they are processed, as they are transacted. It's showing you the orders. So you can't manipulate the time and sales tape. However, level 2, and you should learn to read level 2, it shows the orders pending, so the non-marketable orders. So what that does is it allows you to see orders that are stacked up that are outside of the bid and the ask. So just learn to read the level 2, because it's a good way of interpreting areas of support and resistance as well. And a lot of the time, these big flushes that you get, you can avoid them by reading the level 2, because very often these big flushes is someone unloading big size, and unless they're placing a market order for big size, they'll place the order ahead of time, so when it reaches that level, it'll sell off. So you can actually unload before you get there. And this is why I'm not a big fan of trying to trade with level 2, because a lot of people are doing exactly that anyway. So you'll see a big order to sell at just at a resistance level, and people start unloading beforehand, which means that your resistance actually below that level, because other people are seeing that on the level 2 as well. By the way, the time and sales tape that you're seeing is delayed. Both on, it's delayed substantially on YouTube. I think it's about 30 seconds or something on YouTube. It's only about 5 seconds on TikTok, but you're not seeing the time and sales tape on TikTok, are you? So that doesn't matter. But the streams are delayed about 5 seconds on TikTok and about 30 on YouTube. GameStop, Clean, Redbox, no volume at the moment. AMC, Cooper Software, is it? Cooper Software. I know them from my olden days, my past life. I believe Sunworks is making a revival. That old chestnut. Low volume. There's no volume at the moment. There's no volume in the market. I think the most volume is on AERC at the moment. But it's downwards right now, so I want to see this, you know, moving back up towards the VWAP. If it gets above the VWAP, then I'm definitely going to be interested in trading it. Birds. Okay, if you say so, Alistair. Not quite sure what you're referring to with birds, but oh right, okay, yeah. There's real birds outside. I've got the balcony doors open because the snoring chow likes to lay on the balcony and watch the world go by from a position of power. That's her sneak pad. She can actually watch everything. So yeah, that's birds singing in the background. It's a lovely area where I've moved to. It's very tranquil. Got an itchy nose. Yeah, those are real birds outside. The background music is the background music, but it's being accompanied by the bird song. So we've got a little over an hour left to the market open, and what I would recommend anybody do today, it's a very quiet day, is don't just jump into something because it's the only thing moving. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? So don't be in a rush to take a trade. If it comes an hour into the market, you've still not found something to trade, don't worry about it. Just go away and do something else. You know, don't take a trade just for taking a trade's sake. Boredom trades are very often losing trades. So don't take a trade for trade's sake. Wait for the right setups. If you wait for an A+ setup, and there's usually at least 1, 2, or 3 that come along every single day. There's usually some that come along, and on the sad occasions when they don't, just don't take any. A zero trade day is not a losing day, and we want to avoid those losing days as much. Red days, we want to avoid them. So just don't take a trade if there's nothing to trade. You're looking for Barrick Gold there, City. Talking Barrick Gold. This is 2055 currently. Again, low volume, not doing much. Over the last couple of days, it's actually downwards, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. This is in line with the wider market as something. If you're looking for gold per ounce, if you're looking at the price of gold per ounce, which is not Barrick Gold, it's currently per ounce you're looking at 1846, so $1,800 an ounce. points. Sangoku, welcome. Well, maybe the school run could save you from losing some money, Alistair. FOMO is a very real thing, but there is no there's nothing to get FOMO on. It's there really is nothing to get FOMO on. You can only really get FOMO when something moves without you, but if there's nothing moving, how can you do that? So Kelsey, in terms of gold, how does it look like it will recover? Recover from what? I mean, it doesn't need to recover. It's just moving sideways at the moment. It's kind of ranging sideways. If you look at gold, funnily enough, if you look at the crypto world and you look at gold, they're moving in very similar fashion at the moment. And so I would say that crypto, in particular Bitcoin, is seen as a store of value. So if you look at the patterns with Bitcoin and gold and cross-reference them, you probably see very similar movements. In fact, I'll do that just now. Yeah, pretty much very similar. It's a store of value. Gold is a fairly stable thing. In the long term, if you're investing in gold in the long term, a lot of people, in times of volatility, that's when you want to be putting money into gold from a short-term perspective. Because in times of volatility, that's when people rush to put money into gold, and the price always goes up in times of volatility. And we would have seen that when the Ukraine situation broke out earlier in the year, how gold moved up in February, So I wouldn't worry about gold trying to recover. It's not had a crash or anything anyway. Do I think the oil will jump to 130? I bloody well hope not. I hope a green day today, Sangoku, but right now it's looking like there's not a lot going on at all. I always look at the index. It's always good to look at how the markets are moving, because regardless of as if there is a direct correlation, there is going to be an impact. If you're looking at the indexes, so I always tend to use the S&P 5, so the SPY or the NASDAQ or whatever. I tend to use those as my barometer. If they are bearish and they're moving down, which the NASDAQ is looking a little bit bearish today, if they're moving in a downwards direction, then it makes it more difficult for even low cap, low float stocks to have that continuation. We'll still get the good news catalyst, we'll still get the pump, but what we won't get is that continuation. The parabolic move has become less and less frequent. So you've got to be a little bit more wary. If you're looking to move to the upside, you've got to be just a little bit more wary, a little bit more cautious when you're taking your positions. If you are in a bullish market and you're getting that move to the upside, you can be a little bit more aggressive. This is from my own experience. A bullish market, you can be a little bit more aggressive. Now, this is something I particularly found out to my detriment last month, was being aggressive in a bear market. You might take the position and it goes in your favor shortly, but because you've taken a big position, you're wanting a bigger move. And then you don't get the continuation, you don't get the follow through, and it goes against you. And when it goes against you in a big position, it's going against you very quickly, and you very quickly find yourself in a hole. So just be a bit more cautious in a downwards market, in a downwards trend. Just be a little bit more cautious. Maybe trade with a slightly smaller size, and then in a bullish market, in a hot market, you can be a bit more aggressive. So yes, I would I recommend to anybody to keep the SPY, keep the NASDAQ and the markets you know, in your watch list, even if it's just a text list, that you're actually able to see, is it up, is it down, which way is it going, which way is it moving, and check it every day. Absolutely, Sangoku. Why would I miss out on a big mover? I mean, let's face it. Since January, since the start of this year, we've been trading in a bearish market, not necessarily a bear market, but a bearish market. Every single month has been pretty bearish. May for me was probably the worst month I've had in a long time. It was the most difficult month I've had trading, if I'm being completely upfront about it. I found, for a number of different factors. It's not the worst month in terms of revenue wise. I mean, net I lost just over 10k, but trade profit I was actually green on the month. So, but I just found it very difficult, so choppy, and it was a clear bear market, but it was so choppy as well and difficult to get the continuations going through. But if I look at every other month before that, even some days in May, we had those parabolic movers. We had good news catalysts. We had some really good news catalysts in May where we were able to get on and make really good gains. So I'm not going to stay away from the market just because the general market is saying, look, we're selling off, because not every stock sells off with the general market. There's always going to be stocks that are counter trending. For example, yesterday, SPY moves downwards after the, if you look at this on the 60-minute, after the open, the SPY moved downwards. So this is the S&P 500. You can look at the NASDAQ, that did the same thing. It sold off after the bell. However, if we look at Aeroclean, that took off after the bell. So why would I worry about the market when, if I'm looking at longer term investing and value investing, then, or swing trading in particular, the market has more significance. You just got to be careful about potential reversals, because but with Aeroclean, that just took off and it moved up over 100% across the day. So while the market was selling off, there were stocks like Aeroclean and there were some other stocks yesterday that were having a good day. Twitter, which is part of the S&P 500. Let's have a look at Twitter on sold off pre-market and completely rallied at the bell. And that was completely different to how the market looked. If that was Twitter and that was the market, completely different patterns. So you're always going to get a stock, even in the S&P 500 itself, you're always going to get a stock that trend, it counter trends and it exhibits a move in the opposite direction of what the general market is trending. You're trading Jan, are you, again? Oh, nice little pump there, Chip. Well spotted. Suppose I should be watching the scanners, because that's on the scanners and I'm just not paying attention to it. Third pullback's always risky. The second pullback's usually a good one. Third pullback's always risky. I'm gonna try. Got it for the new break of highs, so we just want to see this move up now. So High of day is currently 321. We're in a new high of day. Now, the reason why this is moving, by the way, Jan 1 announced the issuance of a US patent covering a method of improving nerve function. Oh, got a 5-cent move for the first take. Or will we get the full 10? $0.10 there. See this struggling up $0.25. Did patent news, patent granted. So that's 10 cents. Want the 10 cents on the bid, not the ask. Just get out there. Looks to be pulling back a little bit, so nice 450. Well done, Chip. I got in. I might have been a little bit late to the party, Chip, but I got in and made a profit. Thanks for that. This is why we're all, you know, all friends together. You follow the crowds. Like I say, Jan is US patent granted. So that's up 29% on that news. So I'm just going to add that to the watch list. Replace YMM from yesterday. That's the first one I've added to the watch list today. Well, you know what I'm like with sub $3 stocks, Chip. So I might have waited for the break of $3. Probably would have done. Actually, this first pullback was nice. And the move up. And again. This time I'm just gonna add that breakout. And just put a 10-cent stop in there. But I'll move the stop up to the quarter dollar. Just gonna leave that. I've got 3 cent. I'm risking 3 cents on this trade. I'm also only 2,500 shares, but I want to see if this moves up to kind of the $0.50 and then starts to consolidate a little bit. I've got a nice cushion for when it starts to move back up again, if it moves back up again. So that can scale in then. So I'm just holding this position right now. In fact, I'll just move that up to break even. And now I can just sit back, knowing full well that worst case scenario, this is a scratch trade, and I can always scale in at a later stage. I'm just waiting for it to break the $0.50. I'm expecting a little bit of resistance at the $0.50, and if it breaks the $0.50, I'll then look for to add. I've got a cushion on it, so I'll be able to get a better entry price or a further move up if it continues. Oh yeah, you're right, Alistair. Well, thanks for reminding me. Oh, I may as well just add to my position then. Locking a bit more profit. $350 is our average cost now. 800 locked in. Let's get out first candle. We'll get out there. So 775 lock in. Nice. Oh, you pretty much judged the top there. Nice little trade. Capital Markets user, Capital Markets Elite Group is who I'm trading with right now. I use the two brokers that I recommend, which are the two brokers that I use are Interactive Brokers and Capital Markets. No problem. Capital Markets Elite Group. It doesn't have as many instruments as. It's not great for options. I don't even know if you can trade options with Capital Markets. I've never traded options with them, and it doesn't do any crypto or anything like that. But it does carry the whole book. In fact, it just allows you to direct market access, and you just pay for whichever market book that you require. So it's really good like that. It's very flexible like that. The software platforms that it works with, which is great, and it gives you on the margin accounts you get better leverage than you would with something like Interactive. So you know, it's an offshore broker. So if you're worried about working with an offshore broker, then understandable, but there's a market for offshore brokers as well. Support at this $0.50, bit of a fake out. amazing how the market reacts to a company whose job it is to innovate, to actually being innovative. So they come up with something that they can get a patent for, and then like the company goes, oh wow, well, you've got a patent, and like, then that's part of their job, isn't it? That's what they do. Okay, this is consolidating a little bit too long for my liking. I think it's going to go higher, but I'll pull back a little bit more first. Just to test 370. This is second red candle on the 5 minute. Doing. Getting myself. Getting some buying pressure here. We're also getting quite a bit of selling pressure as well. Not a lot of volume either way though. Break of the $0.50. Right. 20,000 shares here, so we've taken quite a big size. Pre-market. Expecting this to break over 360. It did get over 360, but wasn't quick enough to the trigger. High of this candle is 65. Want it back up to 65. Got strong support at 340. $0.50 here. Got the 9 EMA at 349. Got the 20 EMA at 334. So on a VWAP at 334 as well. Don't particularly like holding through these consolidation periods. They could go drastically wrong with a big flush to the downside, but they could go very right with a big rally to the upside as well. Buying power. Move up, nice. Bit of a fake hit on the 1 minute. You need to look for the higher time frames for confirmation. The volume seems to be dying off a little bit, which is not a great sign for a continued move upwards. $355 is the high that we need to break. A lot of this consolidation, sideways consolidation after a big move up is normal for continuation, but also it can reach its peak and pull back. So you've got to judge yourself which you think it is. Wait for that 65. Looking for 65, not getting it. Just going to take some off, reduce my exposure. Not getting that 65 I'm looking for just yet. $61. Take another half off there, which is taking too long to break that level. Didn't quite get the goal. Want to try again? This is not breaking. I'm just going to get out. Consolidating for too long, and that's part of the risk you've got to take. You've got to manage the risk, your exposure risk. If you're in a trade for a long time, it can either break out or it might not do. This probably will break out, but I'm getting spam on the other channels and I need to get rid of it. This is coiling. Look for the move up now. Oh. A lot of resistance at 360, just over 360. Again. Finally, we get that break. The bid didn't go with the ask. Typical. top 370. How long do you leave it? As long as you're comfortable leaving it. That's the thing. And then you can always, the thing is though, I would recommend, this is not what I've just been doing, but I would recommend that as soon as it doesn't go your way, it either goes or it doesn't. If it doesn't go your way, just exit for a small loss in a consolidation phase. If it does then turn around and go, you might miss some of the move. You might miss a little bit of the move, but you can always re-enter super chip. So in hindsight, I should have, instead of adding down to my position here when it started coming down to the 9 EMA, I should have exited the position for a small loss and waited for the next breakout, which would have been here. Actually, I would have been getting back in there. So either which way, my decision there was kind of either which way. I'll wait for the break of the $0.75 now. Anything else moving whilst we've been wasting our time with Jan? Now this moved up to over $5 last week. Similar kind of move pre-market, and then it pretty much sold off at the bell. But just be wary of that. That's what happened last week. Does have previous, very recently. It seems to be struggling to get past $5 historically though. And this is what level 2 is good for super chip is if you're spotting big buy orders, if you're spotting big buy orders on the level 2, you know you've got support there. So whilst you normally would kind of give it like 10-15 cents on the dollar or something, if you know you've got a big buy order there at 340, well, I could see there was orders at 340, there was orders at 345, so that there was plenty levels of support. So you weren't going to get a fast flush down. It would move down, but you would have time to exit your position. That's what I use level 2 for, is confirming those areas of support and resistance, knowing that you've got that cushion in the event of a move against you. Right, I'm just going to close the door. It's getting a bit chilly. Are you coming in? I'm going to lock these Tweety birds out. I'm snoring in it, yeah? I'm snoring in it. Seems been missing your snoring, yeah? Lying in the sunshine on the balcony. Well, 4 figures. That's a good start to the day before the market opens. We've got 20 minutes to the bell. Yeah, I'm stopped as well, Alistair. Just holding through consolidation. The thing is, with if you don't have the constitution for it, don't hold through consolidation. It's quite simple. You're looking at, and you can see here, I'll just draw the line actually. You can see here that there's a clear line of support there at 45. It went down below it a couple of times, but there was a clear line, and there was another line of support at 40. Some buyers at 40 on the level 2. Of course, we were getting the resistance up at above 360, but it didn't really matter. I want to see this break in the $0.75 now level now, which is pretty much the high of day 74. So now 75 rejected. High of day is 78. We just managed to do it. That's why I was waiting for the break of 375, because it got rejected at 378. So just remember that the quarter, half, and whole dollars are very psychological trading levels in low price stocks, low flow, low price stocks. If it's under $10 in particular, well, actually, I would say if it's under $50, quarter, half, and whole dollars are very good, clear psychological levels. As you get above kind of $40-50 per stock, it becomes half and whole dollars, but then significant levels on the $5 and $10 as well. Market does like round numbers. OCD, the market has OCD like me. Yeah, I'm still only really I'm using the VWAP. However, as per the course there, Alistair, the 920 and 200 EMAs, I was using those for some reversals, and I was talking to somebody. Well, why don't you show them on the screen so that we can see? So I've only got them on the 1 minute chart that I'm showing on TikTok. All the other charts are still clean. They're still only the VWAP, but it just shows that other indicators can be used as well. I'm not as reliant on the EMAs as I would be on the VWAP. The VWAP for me is kind of essential. It tells me exactly what if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend. The EMAs are, you can use them as potential areas of support and resistance. If you're seeing that a particular stock or price action is moving in line with a particular EMA, you'll know that there is a bunch of traders that are respecting that EMA as either support or resistance. And you can see that the 9 EMA is being adhered to at the moment with Jan. I would I don't put a lot of weight in technical indicators for entry and exit, simply because they are lagging indicators. So what I like about the VWAP is it's a trend indicator. It's not actually telling you about the price action for any kind of entry or exit signal. So I don't place a lot of weight on moving average crossovers and things like that, because it's a lagging indicator. Whilst in a stock that's in a strong trend, either to the up or downside, the moving average crossovers can work. You're going to miss part of the move that you could otherwise see by spotting the patterns in the first place. I forgot to update my YouTube thumbnail. There's the snoring, there's the chow. Would you What's going on with these bots? I'm in YouTube. Annoying. GME, I'll have a look for you. Not really. Not moving at all. It's very low volume. GME doesn't tend to move pre-market, if I'm being if you give it that much clarity. What you tend to find is you'll get a move outside of market hours. It tends to be very low volume pre-market GME. So and that's probably what it is. So have a look at AMC, and it's downwards trending at the moment. I'm expecting that we might get a little bit of a push towards the end of the week from AMC. So if it's selling off right now, might go down to a kind of 10.50, and then we'll get a bit of a rally towards the end of the week and into next week based on Jurassic Park being released this weekend. So we should have a good, some good, sales figures come out from AMC and other cinemas for that matter. It absolutely is bang on the 9 line, Jan. I missed your comment, Marion. I do apologise. Got distracted by the Tinder bot. That's exactly what I do every day. At night, I record myself snoring, MC, just to make sure that I have a good night's sleep, and then I have it side of my desk here, and I put it on play during the stream. The dogs actually, I don't actually have a dog. It's a farce. I don't actually own a dog, Chow Chow. Okay, I think Jan's done till the open right now. We might get another little pop, but 78 is the high. Want to mark that there for the open because that's what we've got to beat. Well, it is, it's just trying to clear my throat so I can speak. That's what it is. And occasionally I get a bit hoarse, and that's the noise when my throat gets a bit dry and raspy. That's the noise that you can hear. I need to get another link taken out of my wrist, out of my watch. Not a bad start to the day, really, all things considered. I was hoping for a little bit more, but beggars can't be choosers. Can't be greedy. I risked probably a little bit too much to make that, so probably the risk reward on this is about 1-to-1 at the moment. I risked about 1,300 to get 1,300, so I risked about 1,200, I think. But that can turn around, and it is pre-market. figure. I've got settings on my restream. I've got words to filter out, and those spam bots had 3 of the filter words in every sentence, and it didn't filter it out. And I just don't know why not. Go figure. I know why, because it's in the title, not the comment. That's probably why. I'll have to see if there's any way I can do that. Filter out the name. Okay, so you're doing me dirty, guys. Not even got 2,000 likes yet. Must be doing a really bad job. Go on, guys, give me 5 taps each. Should get us up to 2,000 likes before the open. We've got 8 minutes to the open. Let's get over 2,000 likes before we get into the open. Just helps with the algorithm and my ego. Redbox not doing anything at all today. S&P 5 is downwards over the last 15 minutes. You can see where we closed last night, and it's just pretty much been selling off steadily. So we're now a percentage point down. So we've got, you know, the Nasdaq's the same pattern. The Dow Jones, same pattern. The Russell Index, all the markets down slightly today. Redbox is up on the day slightly, but sideways. Oh, let's see. Is it going to squeeze? Let me know in the chat what you think, guys. Is Redbox going to squeeze? RDBX, it's currently about 33% shorted at the moment. 33% short interest. So let me know what you think. Is Redbox going to squeeze? And if so, what would your target be? What do you think? If we do get the kick off the short squeeze with Redbox, what would your target be? And if it, firstly and foremost, do you think it's going to squeeze? And if it does squeeze, what would you target with Redbox? Let me know in the chat. What am I trading, Zoma? Right now, I'm not trading anything. I was trading Jan 1. Oh, this moved up on US patent news. It received had a US patent granted, so that's why it moved up. It's consolidating sideways now. We made just under $1,400 with that so far. And that's all I've traded this morning so far. It's been a very quiet morning. We've not had a lot of volume. We've not had a lot of moves. Jan 1 is the only thing that's really moved up with any kind of decent volume. And it's on good relative volume as well. It's kind of 20x. Oh, you went above and beyond, guys. You got me above the 2,000 and we're now up to 3,000. That's fair play to you all. No problem, Zoma. We're just waiting for some action. We've got 5 minutes to the bell. We'll get a flood of volume at the bell on whatever stocks decide to move. Right now, I'm just looking at, the momentum scanners. We're talking about 20, 30,000 shares being traded over 15 minutes. It's not really good volume. BuzzFeed, that seems to be the... Have a look. This had a huge sell-off yesterday. Is it trying to bounce? Why did BuzzFeed sell off yesterday? That's a good question. It's a massive sell-off. 52-week low as well. Right, okay, so it sold off yesterday due to an unlock of shares from the company's SPAC merger. SPAC is a special mergers and acquisitions company. So it absolutely sold off huge yesterday, and now is trying to bounce and trying to come back. There's a little bit of a double bottom, so it'll be interesting. Not huge volume, but making moves. We want to watch. You're waiting for the Nasdaq? Well, let's have a look at the Nasdaq. It's down at the moment. It's looking very weak today. So this is the Nasdaq on the 60-minute. As you can see, it sold up. It gapped up yesterday along with the wider markets. Sold off. Finished slightly red, I think, yesterday, the Nasdaq. Then after the close, it's been selling off steadily. So it's looking quite weak. It's 303s on the Qs. This is an ETF that's representative of the Nasdaq, and it's an Invesco ETF that represents the Nasdaq. So you can see how it's sold off. Are we going to get a? I mean, it's below the VWAP on the day at the moment. On the 5-minute, you can see it needs to get back above the VWAP. Will we get a rally? You let me know, guys. Will we continue to sell off in the markets, or will we get a rally at the bell? Let me know in the chat. We've got 90 seconds to find out. We've got a minute to the bell. I'm going to change the scanners over to the regular market, so that when the bell rings, we can start getting some data coming through. Okay, so 15 seconds. I should do a countdown, shouldn't I? AMC, out to go green. Very close to going green. But GME's gone green on the day. So whoever was asking about GME earlier, this is GameStop at the open. GameStop at the open. AMC, big move just prior to the bell. Now trying to make a move up. So AMC and GME both trying to move upwards. Very similar starting pattern just before the bell. Very similar pattern after the bell as well. It seems like GME's leading the way and AMC's following. It did have a while where they diverged, but they seem to be very much in tune with each other again. Clean is, I was hoping for a continuation with Clean, but it's just selling off now. That's FDA news yesterday. How's Jan doing? It's not doing anything. So keep watching. Red box, nothing. Volatility halt. Couple of volatility. Oh, we're getting some good volatility now. Nice. So no volume there. No volume there either, even though there's a volatility halt. Volatility halt, no volume. Oh, the spreads are horrible too. Not a lot moving. It is very small range, so I'm not looking to trade that. Said in the Discord that, you know, it's up on the day, but I'm probably not looking to trade it. It's the range is not it's not great. AMC to get to 1250. Well, it's selling off now. Had that pump just prior to the bell, and now it's selling off. Right? Do you know that's a bit suspicious? That pump just before the bell. That's people just buying with a view to a sell-off at the open. I was a conspiracy theorist, I'd be like, okay. There's quite a few stocks that have been halted, but they're not big stocks. There's no volume on them. GMBP LP. Oh, esports entertainment. Gamble P. Oh, I've had big hopes for esports, and it never took off. It's selling off pretty much all year. But again, low volume, downwards, halt, volatility halt. So just watching for, will we break that pre-market high? Jan. There we go. I was late to the trigger. I should have had a stop buy in place. That's a bit silly. Jan 1 just broke pre-market highs. Now testing $4. $4 level. Looking for support at the previous resistance level. We're in at 390. Want to break $4. Don't mind the pullback. That's that 378. Was the previous pre-market high. Use that as support. To the position for the move back up. Let's retest $4. some off there. $4. 10 cents that I wanted. I'll just set a 10-cent stop in place. Stops are working now. I'll move that up to break even. Will this go parabolic? That's the question. I'm not seeing the volatility for it to go parabolic. I mean, it needs to get up to 460 to get into a trading halt. So, you know, that could be a bit of a not going to happen, but a little bit off at the top. Stop up to break even again. $4. This is Jan 1. It was the pre-market performer, and okay, got a stop. Don't have a stop there now. I did have a stop. It got stopped out. Still got 2,500 shares in though. Oh. Breaks $4, I'll get out for these 2,500 shares. $4 is my ultimate stop. Break even. $2,000 up on the day so far. Okay, stopped out there. We'll wait for another entry. But $2,000 up. That's a good start to the day. $414 is we need one above 414. That's the current high. And candle 412. So 410 will be good enough. Adobe, not a bad company. I'll have a look at this. Have a look at the price action, and I'll do that now for you. MC currently 426. It's kind of moving with the SPY as Adobe tends to do. Not looking very volatile, but it's upwards trending. Could have a good day. On 60 minutes, you can see it's very similar to the overall market, Nasdaq, SPY, whatever. So I like Adobe as a company, though. From a long-term perspective, I think they're a good company. If you're asking me from a value investing perspective, I think Adobe's worth investing in for sure. GME is spiking up. Quick look. Oh, it's moving sideways. So we got this little spike up there, and it flagged on the scanners for some reason. TRDA halted, low volume. Chewy moving up. Lots happening now. Well, the real ink is at $3 now. Just broke $3. Not a huge volume today, 750,000 so far. Sega moving up. How's Redbox doing? Redbox, yeah, Redbox is having a go. Really is. Might look at Redbox for a potential trade. If it breaks over 10% up, if it gains 10% on the day, actually. The high yesterday was 735, so we're about to break yesterday's high, 736. So if we break yesterday's high, I think we might get some shorts want to cover. $736 was yesterday's high. The high of Friday was 57. So. Right. High of days 14. Current high is 14, so we need to break 15. Let's see if we can't get 15 on this one. Break 15, get up to 20. Bit of a flat top forming. 15, look for 25. AMC's steadily moving up. Got a lovely narrowing, you're a flat top upwards pennant on AMC. This got a lovely flat top forming here. There's your top, and then the ascending wedge, if you will, up to 1210. Get past 1210. This ascending wedge is looking like it's making it look quite strong at the moment. So if it breaks 1210, I can see a nice upward push for AMC. GME, what's that looking like? That's a bit choppier. Yeah, but a bit messier, so I'm struggling to see a specific pattern there for a breakout. But if you're following AMC, they usually tend to trade in similar fashion. Question is with Jan, is it going to stick to this 9 EMA? Is it going to bounce on the 20? Really wanted that. Look at it on the 5 minute. You've got Doji, which is usually a reversal indicator, and then you've got the downwards. So I would wait. If you're planning on trading Jan, wait till it's back over $4 before you trade it, because this reversal indicator, this doji here, is basically saying if you're in it, get out, and if you're not in it, short it. And if you look at it on the 2-minute, you've got a little bit of a double top, which is also a reversal pattern. So bearish signals for Jan at the moment. So just wait before you get in it. Wait for confirmation of another break of $4 before you get into Jan. That's my. It's not. I don't offer. It's not my professional opinion. It's just a fat bloke on the internet's opinion. So not financial advice, not stock picks, not signals or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I see for education and entertainment purposes only. As I say, not professional advice. Don't sue me. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Sangoku. You've got the indicators, sort of the 5-minute doji, the 2-minute double top. There's a lot of bearish indicators there. So that's why I'm saying don't get into Jan just yet. Wait for a confirmed break of $4 before you re-enter Jan. Okay, what else is moving though? Oh, now that's looking strong, even though it's not on high volume. Cano Health. Why is Cano Health moving? Have we got a catalyst? I expected Veru to make a move yesterday based on the news. Okay. Form 8, file the Form 8, that's pretty much it. Sales guidance. So Cano Health moving up strong, but low volume, no real catalyst. Probably won't trade that. What happened to AeroClean? Oh, I was hoping for a continuation with AeroClean, but that happened yet. Still maintain the majority of its gains from yesterday. If we get a bounce on the whole dollar, we might move up. But let's see if we get a bounce on the whole dollar. What was the support level on the pullback yesterday on the hourly? 360. Let's see if we don't get a bounce at $4 on AeroClean. This ascending wedge is getting narrower. We've tapped that 1210 a few times on AMC. So that's quite a strong upwards signal, an upwards, bullish pattern. Not saying it's going to break upwards. I'm just saying, the ascending wedge is typically a bullish pattern that breaks upwards. That's all I'm saying. Veru moving up nicely today. I remember trading Veru at like $5 and $6 a couple of months ago. That's a nice push. Missed it. A good entry here would have been 1485. Better entry would have been the $0.50 break of the $0.50 there. 1450. Really good entry that would have been. Yeah, I'm watching Veru as well. Here you go. I'll put this in. Pop this in the chat. I don't have that problem. I have the other problem is I go short instead of long, or long instead of short, because I'm busy hosting a chat, hosting a live stream, MC. So I feel your pain. Okay, now we're looking for this potential Veru pullback. Okay, so we've got the bounce off the VWAP and the move up on Jan. We broke $4, so we're away from those bearish indicators before, which is good. Even though it did pull back down, we had the reversal. Now we're moving back up again. So Jan could be of interest again, but I would really need it to break 410. AMPH, I can have a look at it for you. Low volume. Moving up nice, don't get me wrong, Amphastar Pharmaceutical, it's moving up nice, but it's very low volume. I mean, we're looking at candles, top candles 120,000, but they're all, most of them are below 50,000, so it's low volume. Just be careful. Ideally, you want volume to support the volatility. Flat top at 409, 407 rather. 410 is really what we're looking for here. You bought for a VWAP bounce. That was good. Good anticipation from you, Alex. Of course, you had the previous resistance as a support as well at 378, 380, which is good. And of course, if you're using, I don't know what the level 2 was down there. I looked at this earlier. Elbiz 114. It's not really done much out of the gates. Moved up 8 cents. So you're in it. Good luck to you. I'm not trading it. AMC up at 12.30. So let's look at this. Do I know my stuff? Does technical analysis work? So I'm talking about this flat top that we had here at 12.10. Flat top touched the resistance at 12.10. We've got the ascending wedge. I said, okay, it's getting narrower. It's going to break upwards. And what happened? It broke upwards. Broke upwards over 20 cents upwards. So yeah, I'm not saying I'm the best trader on TikTok, but top 3. Must be top 3. AMC, if you were watching that, I hope, if anyone that was watching AMC was watching that 12.10 level, I hope you got that breakout. Well, it's going to break. It will break 12.50 because, but maybe not today, but later in the week with the whole Jurassic World, the new Jurassic Park movie coming out, and it's anticipated to be a box office hit. Whether it is or not is subject to us finding out. I'm looking at that possible double bottom on the 1 minute, even on the 2 minute, but it's more the bounce on the VWAP and this support around 380. Would you off with your dodgy? Nobody's interested in your cheapest tinned of rubbish. Looking for confirmation with that one though, Alistair. You've got to wait. You've got to wait for a candle to make a new high now. So you have this confirmed support resistance. The previously pre-market high was 378. We came back and tested that as support. We've got the VWAP, testing it twice. But look for, if you're looking for the move up, you wait for a candle to make a new high here. So on the 1 minute, you've got 393, 394. I would caution that you've got the whole dollar resistance, always psychological. But if you're prepared to take profits after 5 cents, you potentially could get that, and then if it breaks, ride it for the rest. And that's confirmation on that's now confirmed on the 2 minute chart as well. 394 is a potential entry. If you're prepared to risk 10 cents, this entry right now and then just exit should it break a new low, that's not too bad. The low of 384. Risk 5 cents. Chief off. Why am I being attacked by bloody YouTube bots? Most annoying. Entry at 394 still valid, or 395 if you just want that round number. Oh, I missed that. Missed that pop up to the whole dollar. But I have my stop in place. That was a crappy fill. That was a 6 cent slip. Oh, we're not happy with that. Got my stop at 84 and I got filled at I got out at 78. That's bullcrap. Still, we're in profit on the day. What else is making a move? That popped up at the open and it's moving sideways now. A bit more expensive. Just an American having another good day. Bit late to the trigger there, but that's okay. We'll not mind. Look for the move up towards the $0.75. Like half off. Stop at 70. It's a nice 650 quid extra. This is Houston American Energy moving up with the energy sector. There's a few other energy stocks moving, and Servco's moving up. It's 9% up on the day as well. 9 Energy's up. There's quite a lot of energy stocks that are moving up right now. So, energy sector having another good day. Got my stop at 70, so if that goes any further down, then I will get stopped out. My average is 67. AMC's made that move, so looking like trying to pull back a little bit. Right, okay, so now we've just made another move up. I'm going to move my stop to 575 and let's see. Oh. Go. Looking a bit more profits up there. $5.85 is 583 is our average cost. I've got to stop at 5.85 for 2/3 of my holding. Now the stock contains the whole holding. 5.85. Pretty much. 5.84 is the low of that previous candle, so 5.85, and I will exit this position. I don't mind. Expected a bit of resistance at $60. Just gonna exit this position, I think. Oh, it did it for me. Stop me out anyway. Oh, another 1,300, so that's 2,800. Nice. I'm going to take a bathroom break. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we're moving back up again. Not too keen on the 5-minute and 2-minute. The higher time frames are showing a topping tail on Houston American. So a little bit of a bearish indicator or exit indicator on the 2 and 5 minutes at the moment. So I'll let it pull back and wait for a re-entry possibly. I'll come back to that later. Look at it on the 2-minute, you've got a topping tail there, which is a reversal indicator. You've got the 5-minute, which is also got the reversal indicator as well. So not 100%, but best to heed the indicators. You can always re-enter if they are wrong. Let's see what else is moving, if anything. Veru still is Veru still looking strong? Oh yeah, Veru's looking very strong. Who's it? Let me know. Are you in Veru? Have you traded Veru? Let me know. Veru looking very good. Very strong at the minute. Need an entry. I've been watching it. Nice entry here at kind of 520. We're meeting the $0.50 now, so maybe getting a bit of resistance there, a bit of a pullback maybe. A pullback at the $0.50. Peru. Enough. There we go. That's the quarter, half, and whole dollars. Always got the whole dollar resistance there initially. Yeah, so Veru's actually listening to those psychological levels. And Servco also moving up. Oh, it's pulling back now, so it's moving up in tandem with Houston American. Houston American pulled back, and we missed a little break, a little bit of a bull flag breakout, if you will. But I want to see this break 6 before I would risk it. You've got the whole dollar resistance level, so I would be reluctant to take a position before $6. Wait till it get a confirmed break of $6. Got 6, but we didn't break it. So there we go. We've got the break of $6. Now we can trade it again. Oh. Again, we've got that topping tail on the 2-minute, and starting to get some devil horns on the 5-minute, so maybe that wasn't a good entry. Breaks lows, it'll be quick exit. Listen to the exit indicators, even if they don't happen straight away. It looks like this is going to be reversing now. Break of the 9. Even at 15 cents already. Oh, 1. Goes above 5.90, might get back in for another retest of $6 then. Try that. Test the 6. broke $6 previously, which is why we got in. Now we want to see it retest it. $81, so I'm just going to put my stop at 80. Effectively 16 cents on this with 15,000 shares. Just getting about 2,000 for this. Watching Jan. I know I'm watching Jan, but it's just consolidating around 370 at the moment. Is Jan? AMC's up at 1245. MC. I know you were watching 1250. AMC's at 1245. So pulling back from 1245, but it's only a small pullback at the moment. So you've a chance of making that 1250. I don't know. Have you got calls? Are you trading options with the AMC today, or what's the special 1250 number for? Let me know. All right, okay. Well, Houston American's looking a bit weak right now. For mine. Get stopped out on that. It makes a move to the north. So AMC, let's have a look. Stop in place anyway. So AMC is looking actually quite good. I think it's not pulling back too much either. It's not breaking this previous up candle, which is not bad. I think we probably get the 1250. I don't know where the previous high was. It was resisted. It's support. We found it supporting pre-market yesterday was 1250. Had pre-market yesterday 1287, 1290 I think, 1290, 1265. So Houston American, we're down. You were down 1,000 on Houston American, so we got stopped out. So that's still up on the day, still green on the day. Just need to find something worth trading. Volume's died off on Jan, so if you're watching Jan, Squibby needs more volume, needs the volume to come back in. The volume's really died off. It's looking very weak at the minute just because of the lack of volume right now. So don't get married to it. If you look at it on the 5-minute, you've got a strong head and shoulders as well. So that potentially is just going to sell off now. Could be wrong, but this head and shoulders pattern is usually very bearish. So just be careful if you're in Jan. AMC. We do like trading AMC. Well, $500 green at the moment. Almost an hour of the market played out. Let's see what we can make in the next 10 minutes before I end the stream. Low volume. Let's look at the route. It seems to be climbing still. Let's see if it breaks 16. Breaks 16, I think I might have a piece. What's the previous? 1640. We've got resistance on the daily. Resistance at 16 as well on the daily, but 1640 is a big level. All dollar. Oh, lasted past 16. I got filled at 1605. I'll add at 1610 the way this is going. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'll take you in a minute. Just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. She knows her times for going to a walk, and she's a stickler for her routine. She absolutely is. I mean, no getting away from it. I don't trade anything under $2, Sangoku. I rarely trade anything under 3. Get out of this. Right. Breaks 1580. Oh, AMC about to break new highs, testing that 45 level. No problem, MC. I hope it goes well for you. Got an average cost just over $16 now. This on this back up to the highs. What was the high? 16.18. So if we can get to 16.20, 16.25. Yeah, Jan's looking very weak. Just the lack of volume on Jan. Yeah, I'll be back for Power Hour later as well, MC. It did break, it broke 1250 though. Looking strong today. Like 13's a realistic expectation on AMC today. For the 50 cents. Did Husa come back, did it? Yeah, it did. Husa had another nice little, so we stopped out typically, and it moved up right after we stopped out, so go figure. Well, good to hear it, Phil. So we just got stopped out on Veru. So yeah, but win some, you lose some. So that puts us in the hole. We need to trade that out, our way out of the hole. But first, I'll go walk the dog. So we're 4,000 in the hole on the day. So there's plenty moving. There's a lot can happen yet, and I'll be back for Power Hour. So see you guys later.